At Hill, people come from everywhere. It is the norm to have people come from all walks of the world. But do you ever stop to think about what the culture shock is like for them? Get a peek into what it is really like to be an international student with Sean Ho, Kathy Huang, and Grace Huang. This past week, HillTV visited Pottstown Downtown Records. We spoke with the owner, Galen Royer, about the history of his successful business. On the eve of Cyber Monday, Amazon announced the possibility of octocopters in 2015. These drone-like structures will have the ability to drop off your package within 30 minutes. But don't get too excited though, because with such an idea comes many complications. The main obstacle is the FAA, or Federal Aviation Administration, which has been reviewing this idea since 2009, and it is yet to give the thumbs up. In addition, the structure of the drones also presents many hurdles, including the issue of advanced sensors being essential to avoid delivery issues. Catching Fire is literally on fire. Catching Fire is a sequel to The Hunger Games and grossed $110.2 million from 4,163 theaters over the 5-day holiday, Wednesday through Sunday, and became the top Thanksgiving title of all time, passing the $82.4 million earned by Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The production of Mockingjay Part 1, the third book of the series, has already begun, and the film is set to come out November 21st, 2014. Russia is in distress as Ukrainian protests continue. Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev told Ukrainian Deputy Prime Minister Yuri Boyko that Moscow is watching the events that have affected its neighbor, whom he called an important strategic partner to Russia. The heart of the crisis in Ukraine stems from its prolonged promise to sign a political and trade agreement with the European Union. Russia's government is doing all it can to bring Ukraine to political stability and order. On Tuesday, 6 U.S. soldiers serving with the NATO International Security Assistance Force were killed in a helicopter crash in Afghanistan. Though the cause and details of the crash remain unknown, it is reported that the helicopter was a Sikorsky UH-60 Black Hawk, and the victims were confirmed as American.
Hi, I'm Kathy. I'm a third former, and I'm from China.
Hi, my name is Sean Ho. I'm a fourth former, and I'm from Macau, China, near Hong Kong.
Hi, I'm Grace Huang. I'm a third former and I'm from China. Do you have serious homesick here, away from home?
Not really, because I've experience in going to boarding schools, so this is not my first time going to boarding schools. So it might be a little bit difficult in the first week of school, but I'm not homesick anymore.
Yeah, I think so, because there are a lot of activities going on campus. So I don't really have much time for homesick.
Yeah,
Right.
though they're like a little bit challenging at first, but it's getting better and better like every day.
Yeah.
And what do you think your biggest challenge is, like during the past 2 months?
The biggest challenge might be that the environment is totally different because, for example, in China, there are like so many people, and in America, it's just a big culture shock.
Yeah, and for me, it was like the language difference. At first, I couldn't catch up with other people's talking, and I just can't understand it as
Yeah,
well.
I feel like they're talking so fast at first I came here, but now I feel better and better.
Yeah, and at first at class, I just tried my best to catch up with the teacher, but now I feel like much better. I want to go back to the difference between the place I come from and here in Hill. I think the biggest difference is that, like in my old school, we have like a lot of people in the class, and I can't get a chance to ask teachers questions and can't get enough attention. But here, I get enough attention. I usually get in contact with teachers like more conveniently. So
Yeah, this is also the reason why I came here. In my old school, there were about 60 students in one classroom, but here there are much less students, so you can communicate more in class. So I think this is better for study.
What about some cultural stuff, like some difficulties to get involved or something? Do you have the feelings like that?
I don't think so. I think the classmates here, I feel they're all very friendly. So I think they're very easily to get along with. Sean, you mentioned culture shock. Do you think there is much difference between Chinese people and the people here?
Usually American people are more outgoing and friendlier, while the Chinese are more quiet and more cold, and they don't care about you. They seem to not care about you,
Oh,
but
really?
Wow. Okay.
but in America they seem to care about you.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing in America?
In here,
Yes.
my favorite thing is like in here, there's like no strict rules. I mean, you can always talk to get things solved. Like, first, I got my campus service as after dinner cleanup, and I wanted to be a tour guide, but I wasn't assigned a tour guide. So I went and talked to them if I can be one, and I am a tour guide now. And that's something you can never do in China because what you are assigned, you stick to it all the time. So I kind of like it here.
Do you have difficulty remembering all the American names?
No, it was easy.
Really?
It wasn't that hard. I'm not good at remembering Chinese names, but I can remember English names.
Okay, that makes sense.
My name is Galen. We're here at Downtown Records in Pottstown, and we started the record shop in '71, August of '71, and it was just something I wanted to do. I had an interest I had in high school collecting records, and after a couple guidance counselors asked me what I was going to do the rest of my life, I told them I thought maybe I'd open a record store, and they all said no, or that was a no-go. They frowned on that whole idea, so I figured immediately that's what I was going to do, and that's about 6-7 weeks after I graduated. That's when I started the record shop. We sell, I guess, current forms of music, CDs. We're not into any downloading or iPod or MP3 formats, but we sell CDs, and used records have become pretty popular in the last 5 years. People my age bring in boxes of records. They probably have moved around their whole lifetime and or maybe downsizing or moving, and they, I guess, have no use for them anymore. And then they're heavy when you get a box of records together, so maybe they figure, oh, we'll sell them rather than move them to our next location. And so we sell used albums. A lot of people bring those in the course of the week. And we sell, with equipment, acoustic electric guitars and amplifiers, and a lot of accessories that go along with that, the strings and capos and just a small guitar and the amp accessories. Yeah, I'm a Pottstown native. I was born and raised here in Pottstown, out in the North End, and started the record shop here in an empty room aside of my dad's optical business. And my dad always had an interest in instruments and music, and when he got too old to do the preciseness of any medical or optical work, he sold that business, and he just enjoyed coming in here every day. So we gave him an opportunity to do what he wanted to do at 85 years old, which I guess when you're lucky enough to do what you want to at 85, you might as well try to do it. And he did it up to about a year and a half ago. He passed away, and I continue with the guitars and the amps, and I'm certainly no expert on either, but I like the idea of learning a little bit each day about a new subject, and maybe even dealing in a subject you don't know a whole lot about. It's kind of fun.
Happy holidays from HillTV.